All right, guys, so we are less than 2 months away in regards to the Bitcoin halving that's going to be taking place in about 78 days. Now, there's a lot that could basically be happening leading into the halving event, and that's what we're going to be discussing in regards to the overall Bitcoin price, what you should be watching out for, as we do have the monthly closure actually coming in about a day and 5 hours, so that is very important to be looking at. We're going to be talking about the CME, the FOMC meeting that's going to be happening in less than 23 hours, the expectation for that. And we're going to be talking about, again, a key catalyst that you should be watching out for Bitcoin overall for the month of February. So let's not waste any more time and actually get into the video, guys. If you enjoy this content, consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up, as it does help out the algorithm. So guys, we do have the FOMC meeting coming in about 23 hours, and that the most probable case here is that we're not going to see any particular change in rate. So not any rate reduction or rate increases. However, something to actually particularly take from this particular FOMC meeting tomorrow with Jerome Powell is that I believe he's going to be coming out with a more of a hawkish stance because of inflation coming in higher than expectation. Now, the fact is that he is still considering, again, keeping rates stale for a little while so that it actually has a bit of effect on the markets. Now, going into the next month, if inflation comes in, if the CPI data comes in higher than expectation, I think Jerome Powell is going to reconsider rate reductions. He's going to reconsider rate reductions and pushing that more likely by the end of the third quarter. If, again, CPI comes in higher than expectation, then more likely his tone is that there might be even the rate increases. So there might be some sort of talks in regards to that, and that tool is not completely out of the table in regards to the Fed there. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and actually jump onto the monthly time chart for Bitcoin. As we can see here, the time frame for Bitcoin chart here on monthly time frame is going to be closing in about a day and 5 hours. We are going to be closing above the previous month of closure around around $43,000 hopefully, but that is higher than the previous closure, which was around 42,300, which is good to particularly see. However, something I do want to note is that on the oscillator here, as we can see, guys, is that we are at a very, very high level for the stochastic. Now, on a major time frame, if you go back and look at this, usually, okay, from 2017, Bitcoin has actually put very nice tops here in regards to these cycles. So we saw this back in 2017, and we saw this back in 2020, and we are at high levels here around 2023 December, which is around 95%. So these are major shifting points for Bitcoin overall and for the whole crypto space. So we are going to be posturing to the downside, as we can see with the crossing has actually occurred in regards to this month. So is there a big major move to the downside that's going to be actually occurring here? Well, we're going to be discussing that real quick here. So with that being said, I will jump onto this particular chart and kind of discuss this, because there is something very important actually happening here, which I want to bring back on the chart, and that is looking on the daily time frame, guys. So I will actually zoom in here, guys, so you can actually see this here. And that is, again, coming off this particular, $50,000 key area, right? We were talking about Bitcoin when it was around $46,000. Look for Bitcoin for that next leg up that could basically bring in that big sizable downside position, around $50,000. And that's what we saw, because $50,000, a key psychological level around the $1 trillion market capitalization, and we dropped roughly, guys, around 21% to the downside. Okay, so we're talking about, look, the bulls are getting exhausted, they're getting tired here, and more likely looking for a retracement. Now, this particular move here, guys, what I'm particularly looking here is that we're looking to actually put in a lower high. If this turns into a lower high, more likely you are coming down below the $30,000 support structure that was being held here around the January of 23rd. And if we, again, go below that, you're going to be setting in a lower low. Now, putting in lower low and lower high on the daily time frame, you are starting an actual downtrending move to lower price points, guys. So with that being said, what I'm looking for Bitcoin still has an opportunity to test that 43, getting above $44,000. If we can get above this key support structure right here, as we can see, turning that into support right here, ranging a bit before further breakout. That is important for Bitcoin to actually do that within this particular week. If we are not able to, and showing really weak signs, as we can see from this daily candle right here, more likely that continuation to the downside will continue here. Now, we do have tax season coming into February, so more people are going to be looking to actually lock in their profits as well too. So, and again, Uncle Sam will have to get paid at that point. Something I do also want to jump onto is that the USDT Dominance chart has called this perfectly in regards to our downside sizable position on Bitcoin. Now, we got the signal just roughly around January 1st, which started that downtrending move for Bitcoin overall, and telling us, hey, there might be a major downside position for Bitcoin. Now, we are coming into the 21 EMA on the 5-day time frame. The expectation is that there could be further continuation to the upside for the USDT dominance, meaning people are going to be taking profits. Traders, investors are going to be looking to take profits off of Bitcoin, Ethereum, the blue chips, even the low market cap coins, and getting into USDT dominance, as there are more fears of a greater pullback here. So with that being said, guys, this chart has played phenomenally well. We've been following this. If you've actually followed me here at Crypto Bros, guys, you would have known where we are in regards to this overall cycle for Bitcoin, and when you should have been taking profits, or even if you're looking to hedge your position and shorting Bitcoin overall. Now, I do also want to state the fact is, look, I'm still long-term bullish on a lot of projects, guys. Okay, a lot of projects I'm still long-term bullish, and one of those projects that I'm bullish on is again Bax, guys, because they are doing something phenomenally well, and that is basically continuing to develop regulated decentralized finance that is more likely going to be debuting and coming out in this year or so. They do have access, you do have access to Currency X, which is a remittance feature that you can send money around the world at zero cost using the Babb application. You have access to e-money account. You can open up a bank account anywhere you're around the world, guys, and get access to GBP, which is the British sterling, and you get access to the blue chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, and even the Bax token as well too. The Redefi, guys, is reinventing the wheel, guys. It's reinventing, bringing in decentralized, regulated finance to the whole crypto space in an efficient manner, guys. They're reinventing the whole regulation space, the whole crypto space, and bringing in regulation in a safe, efficient manner that everybody can come in and not be essentially rug pulled in regards to a lot of these crypto projects. But again, very, very bullish overall in regards to Bitcoin. I'll leave you off with this. I hope you enjoyed this update. Until next time, bros, as always, stay profitable.